Deliberations began today in the Boston Marathon bombing trial. A guilty verdict could mean the death penalty. CBS 2's Dick Brennan in our newsroom now with more. Dick.
Well, Maurice, many people expected a very quick verdict. After all, Johar Tsarnaev's attorney conceded that he did it. But the jurors have to go through 30 counts, including 17 that could bring the death penalty. The deliberations in the case began almost 2 years after 2 bombs exploded near the finish line of the Boston Marathon, killing 3 people and wounding more than 260 others. Yesterday, in closing arguments, prosecutors described in painstaking detail the awful carnage and showed the images of children lined up at the barrier, including 8-year-old Martin Richard. Prosecutors say the blast that killed him shattered his entire body. They also detailed the terrible injuries that killed 23-year-old grad student Lingji Liu, who didn't plan to be there that day, and 29-year-old Crystal Campbell, who was dead from blood loss in less than a minute. Prosecutors described Johar Tsarnaev and his brother Tamerlan as partners in a series of crimes, planning and carrying out the bombings, the murder of MIT officer Sean Collier, a carjacking, a robbery, and a firefight with Watertown police. But Tsarnaev's attorney Judy Clark says the 21-year-old Johar was no radical, but instead was impressionable and under the spell of his brother, who was the real mastermind of the crimes. She says it was Tamerlan who bought and built the bombs and planned the attack. Tamerlan was killed by police in a shootout 4 days after the marathon blasts. The jury of 7 women and 5 men will likely return some guilty verdicts, but the same jury may also have to make a life and death sentencing decision. And that decision, well, if Tsarnaev is convicted on one of those 17 death penalty eligible counts, jurors will hear a second round of evidence, then will decide on a death sentence possibly. Alice, back to you.
Okay, Dick, thanks so much.